Hey guys, it's your girl Shauna Solomon here. I just wanted to come in and give you a 3-month update. I am a little past 3 months, and I've been getting a question a lot on what it is that I purchased after for post op, what I purchased after all those peas. So I wanted to just give you guys an update, and then I'm gonna share the link because I was literally going through like my Instagram and my TikTok, and just people just asking questions like in my inbox. So I created a link so that you guys can see all of the stuff that I did buy. I will say that if you see my Amazon list, you'll be like, oh, wow. Because I returned a lot of stuff. So I will say to make sure that you listen to your doctor and what your doctor tells you to do. I went to Dr. Oser here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I did have an appointment down in Miami, and what I've noticed is the difference in how they do the surgeries and like the prep and like afterwards and a lot of stuff that that we may have thought that, or that I thought that I needed, and I really didn't. So I will say, just make sure that you listen to what your doctor tells you to do. For instance, my doctor told me, as far as like my faja and stuff goes, and which one to wear, and I end up ordering the wrong one. So I have a whole bunch of returns on Amazon. You don't want to be like me. So yeah. But I did put together a list of some of the things, or most of the things that I had ordered from Amazon. I will say to make sure that you have a masseuse who is good at lymphatic massages, and that they are consistent, because that can actually, make a difference in how you feel. Well, for me, it did. And even with like the shaping. What else? I've done some photo shoots. And I'm loving how I'm looking at my clothes. I am going to wait. I said I was not going to do a second round. I love how everything is going. I do still have some, just a little, not a lot of swelling, but just, stuff that you just notice, because of course, the stuff with your body, what's going on with your body. I will say you have to rack up on the water. I am constantly drinking water, so make sure that you have a lot of water on hand. We have one in our refrigerator, so thank God, because I love ice. And I think I've just gotten in the habit lately of just drinking so much water that when I drink pop, it's nasty. And I was actually drinking diet pop before, so yeah, I'm not. And I did have a sip. I had a sip the other day when we had a snowstorm up here last Friday, Saturday, and I stopped to get, and I was like, well, I just want to pop. I just want to taste. Yeah, no. The way my body has responded to sugars, it is an absolute no. I will say that you do not want to utilize the surgery, Lipo 360, as a weight loss tool. That it is not. I knew what I was getting into when I went in, and I wanted it to be kind of like a jump start. So I knew that I was going to have to maintain, and maintaining is huge. A lot of people do not go back in and afterwards keep going. So you have to. I have 2 routines that I do in the morning and 1 at night, and I want to keep my results, because I do have, I have on the wrong thing today. So it was more about like the contour and how I looked at my clothes, because for those of you who don't know, I am a boutique owner, and I wanted to be the face of my brand, because I also have a brand development firm, which is where I'm at right now, and I talk a lot about brand image. So that was my reasoning in getting it done. So but I knew that there was going to be some work that I needed to do after, which was one of the main ones, is changing how I ate. And it's hard, but I think it's not as hard as people think that it is. So I will say, again, just making sure that you have you're going to make sure you have a good support system, because having people around you who are not eating right is not going to work for you. I feel like when I eat wrong and that I'm like super swollen, my stomach is hard, like it's so weird. So I don't even like to go through that. I will say I have, for the most part, I am not in my band or in a faja I've been doing more waist training, and I'll show you guys a picture. I'll show you some pictures. I think I posted a video of just me kind of like throughout the whole transition on how I've been, you know, like dressing throughout the change. But what was I going to say? I keep saying, because I'm trying to think, because I didn't have like anything ready. I just decided when I was doing this list that I was going to come in here and just update you guys real quick. So I do want to tell you some of the things that I did purchase that are on the list. I think that a few things that are not on the list are like Tylenol. So I did not take the prescribed medication that the doctor prescribed for me. I did try, because the first day I just wanted to kind of sleep, but it didn't happen for me like that. I actually got sick, so I decided against it, and the doctor did send something else in, but I was so tired, and because I'm an entrepreneur, I was like, I can't be this tired, so I was like, I'm not doing that again. So I did do some Tylenol, but I did the Tylenol muscle, not regular Tylenol, it was Tylenol muscle, and I used that from day 2 on. I probably used that for maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks, before I just stopped using it. And that was just kind of just to get comfortable wearing those different garments and fajas. Yeah, didn't do that well. It's funny, I do have, I always have one of my boards or my band with me. This is one of the boards that's on the list. I probably bought like 6 or 7 of these, and I only have 2, and this is the one that I use in the front, and it's a little hard. There's a little hard thing right here, and then I have one for my back, which I haven't used since about 2 weeks. Yeah, it was about 2 weeks. What's up? I do still wear this when sometimes like at night when I'm walking around the house. I'll put this on under my waist trainer or my band, whichever one. I have not been wearing my band as much. I wanted to get my body used to not having on anything, right? So you'll see when you go through the list, like all the different things that I have purchased and used. There is the camis. You'll definitely want to have some camis on. I know my skin is super, super sensitive, so having on a band constantly, I definitely needed something to go, or something to be a barrier between that and my skin. There's a couple of different types of boards. There's actually one that goes to because I got the Lipo 360, I had a pooch initially, and I just needed to compress that. So there's a couple of smaller boards, as you'll see on the list. I'm trying to think of what else is on there. I'm gonna pull this up real quick because I'm at my laptop and I can. I'm trying to think of what else is there. There's all different kind of underwear or shapewear. I do want to warn you that you will, I know for me, I went from, and you guys know that waist trainers and shapewear is usually bigger. I mean, not bigger, smaller. So I went through so many waist trainers, so many, not waist trainers, so many, well actually I went through waist trainers too, but so many fajas or the shapewear, because literally every week I was changing. So you'll see those on there and the different ones, and I use the different ones for different reasons. Some of them, help as far as my waist goes. Sometimes I just needed some support around my lower belly area, so I would put that in there along with this and a band. So I'd literally have on the shapewear. I would have this on, pull the shapewear over this, have on a cami, and then wrap myself up. So yeah, it gets to be much, but you don't want your body to be dependent on that, and I think that's where I was going. So I kind of cut back to where I was 12 and 12, 12 hours on, 12 hours off, and then I started sleeping in it, and then I slowly just weaned my body off of it. And once I start doing that, I start getting into, once I got approved to do exercise, I just start doing that, and that's definitely made a difference. I'm looking at my thing. I have been, for the last 2 weeks, I have been doing wood therapy, and that's just because my back, it itches. So I bought the one. It's like a rope, and you just kind of like go back and forth. It feels so good, but you can actually feel it. Like it's almost like massaging your stomach. You're massaging your back and your sides. I have not had a massage since December. I did go and get a massage from a real nice girl here. She does it with the machine, and I definitely enjoyed it. Then I got COVID, and I didn't want to go back because I did test positive for COVID, so I didn't want to get her sick. So I didn't get a chance to go back to that. I will let you guys know because I am going to go back, and it did. I felt like it definitely made a difference. It's the cavitation. It wasn't the same as the regular massage to me, but I felt a difference. So I'm definitely going to go back. I'm not sure how often I would have to go back and do it, but I felt a difference, like being tighter. And when I got home, I did wrap myself up. So again, just keeping in mind. And I have 3 bands. I have one that is like, it's not as long, and I use that for my like pouch area with the other boards, and then I wrap all the way up. And that's just because a lot of those bands, and let me show you guys, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. Nope, you're not gonna be able to. So a lot of the bands don't come like all the way up, and you don't want it to be where you are wrapping everything, but then you're leaving something out. So I always did 2 bands. There was something else I was getting ready to say about that. Oh, my waist. So when I initially went, my waist was a little bit over 37 inches, and I haven't checked, but the last time I did check, which was a couple weeks ago, my waist was at like a 31, and I'm fine with that. Some people want to get down like super small, but I just don't feel like my body is built for that. So I'm okay with where I'm at. And again, I will share some pictures so that you can see how the difference, or you can check out the video. I'll link the video so that you can see the difference as well. Dry brushing helped. Dry brushing will save your life when it comes to scratching. I did watch a few videos, and I'll have to find those and tag those where like that's life. Like to me, I felt like that woke my skin up, or I don't know what it did, but you literally just take it, and I would just sit there and just scrub away, and it felt so freaking good. And you could do it on your back. You can have somebody do it for you. Just make sure that they're not doing it too hard. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. So let me look what else is on here. There's so much. Like, please don't laugh at all of the different garments that are on here, but I use them for different reasons. You will see some of the tape. Oh, the scar. So there was some scar pieces that I did use because where I got my lipo at, one of my tattoos is actually covering one, but there's another one. My husband doesn't like it, so I've been putting that on there, and it has actually went, like, it didn't go all the way away, but it's going away. I don't do it as often as I'm supposed to, but I definitely noticed a difference in its presence. The lymphatic drops, there was 2 different kinds of lymphatic drops that I used. I don't remember which one that I bought first, but that one, I believe it's the one that was only $19. That one, to me, I felt like that was better for me. I'm not sure how. I didn't do like water pills or anything with this, but I have been taking them for like the last month, and that is just to help me, like, to get rid of some stuff. But I'm not really sure how to let lymphatic. I felt like it helped me a little bit, but not enough. Like, I don't know if it will be. I think everybody's body is different, but that's just my that's just how I feel about it. The arnica tea, it helped with, and I put the ones that I used. There's a few different brands. I gotta sneeze. There's a few different brands out there. I will say that when I would get up and make this, that I felt the difference as far as like being swollen in the morning. Like, so I would get up in the morning, drink it, and then like I probably drank it 2 to 3 times a day, but I know it made such a difference in how I felt like first thing in the morning. So that's on there as well. I just want you guys to be like aware of how much, because in this, I know this alone was probably like maybe, and this doesn't include all the stuff that I returned, because I probably ordered a good $800 worth of stuff, and it's probably like $3.50 or so. And that doesn't include the stuff that I didn't buy from Amazon. So I would go like to Ross or whatever. And I know I went to Macy's and grabbed a couple of some underwear as well. So just keep that in mind with your post-op, that there is definitely more cost to this. And the massages alone, I think we were paying, it was $3.80 for 6. And honestly, I would tell you to do your massages every other day for like the first like I'm gonna say 2-3 weeks, because it changed the way my body felt. And then, go down to 2 and then to 1. We had to go down because the girl who was doing ours, she stopped doing them, so I had to find somebody else. But I'm glad I was at the point where I was kind of like trying to figure out, like, my husband can do it. It's definitely not her. My husband can do them, and he does a great job, but the massages, they definitely make a difference. Even especially if you get one that knows the body, knows like how to shape, because like she definitely shaped, like my friend calls my booty crystal. So like I'm even a little swollen now, but like the way she would like do right here, it was really like a lot. It felt really, really good. So but that's it. I just wanted to come in and just kind of give you guys an idea of, one, how much was put out for the post-op stuff, the type of stuff that you can buy, which I'm going to post that link so that you guys can just go to the link and you can buy directly from there. And this is stuff that I use. You'll see so many different things. And again, this is for Lipo 360 only. This is not for those who had the BBL or anything like that, so I can't talk about that. But like for me, I didn't need a whole bunch for the Lipo 360, but I think had I had known ahead of time, I wouldn't have bought so much unnecessary stuff and had to return it, because I definitely did that, especially with the fajas. Finding a faja that fits. So I have big legs, so a lot of the fajas that I thought that I needed, I didn't. And when I put one on and my legs, oh my God, they were so swollen because I looked like the Elephant Man. It was so weird. And my doctor was like, I didn't tell you to buy that one. So yeah, there's that. So I sent that back. So you'll see a lot of the ones that I have on my list are like the panties, and that's what worked for me. I did find a pair that has like a flap. So like, say if you put the underwear on and it has this flap that goes all the way around, and I can't fit them already. So I went from the first garment that I bought was a 3X, and I am now in a medium. And literally, it seems like every week and a half, and that's why I love Amazon Prime, I had to go in and order literally the same thing again in a smaller size. And then my waist trainer, same thing. I started with I think I started with a 2XL, and I'm now in a medium. And you'll know the difference because of the support that it gives. It was completely different. So I'm in a medium now, and probably, and I haven't had it on in a couple of days, so I will say I probably would go down into a small, depending on like how it looks over the next couple of days, or how I am the next couple of days. But that's it. I just wanted to give you guys a little update and to let you know, like, surgery ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. And being 40 plus, you just want to make sure that you properly plan everything out. I felt like I was going to be up and moving, and I had already taken off, but it was like still, I wasn't ready to move the way that I thought I would. I was ready to move. And even now, like, there's so many things that I can do, but you will definitely feel that difference in your area, whether it's being numb, whether it's just feeling the hardness, or like when you eat, you'll know when you eat something wrong, like all of that. So just make sure that you are making a sound decision when you pick your doctor. Again, my choice was to stay close to home because I wanted to have access to him, and he's amazing. So I will post his information below as well. And that's it. And if I decide to do a second round, you guys will be the first people that I will tell. And if I do, Yep. Yep. That's all I got. But thank you guys so much. And if you like the content, make sure that you subscribe. And if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask them. I am an open book. This is definitely a journey, and a journey I don't mind sharing with you guys. Thanks so much.